we're almost there. As soon as we have a quorum, we can get started. Oh, we got a quorum.
Hello.
We do. We 1, 2,
Oh,
3, 4, 5.
We need one more.
One more. We need 6. See, the problem is now that our group has gotten so large, we need more people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True story.
We're very popular. Everyone wants to be on BCI.
It's 'cause we're
Well, you
efficient.
know, it's either that or transportation, so it's one or the other.
People like Josh want to be on both.
Not anymore.
You know?
Because it's so much fun.
That's why he's drinking.
It's water.
Add it to the list.
Yeah.
Hey, Barbara. Let's see if I stop video. No.
Guys. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Barbara.
Hi.
Hey, Christian, since you're like the smartest person I know on IT stuff, how come when I hit my stop video, sometimes I get my fabulous headshot and sometimes just my name in Helvetica?
That depends on the app, on your desktop app. So, so you're like, for instance, I'm logged into my desktop app with my email, which has the
Oh, it's my desktop.
the beach background. So if you're looking like that, you will get the background. Otherwise, you just get the name.
Okay, because this is the laptop, but it's really predicated on the desktop that connects to the laptop.
Right.
Yeah, my
On
desktop
your-
is giving me problems.
It's your desktop app.
Okay, so that's good to know. We're just waiting for one more. See, Barbara, if you hadn't left our committee, we'd have a quorum.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well,
As a former member, can we consider her a member? Like a
No, for
I
forum
didn't
purposes.
leave because I wanted to leave, you know. I love
member
you.
emeritus?
You wanted transportation. We understand.
Oh, well, somebody had to do the dirty work.
You did.
So a member emeritus is not part of the bylaws, right?
No.
Sorry.
Well, it's 6:30 on the dot, so this is upsetting. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
Who's missing?
Benjamin and Arena are not coming in. They're not joining us tonight. Benjamin's going to be here at 7:30. He's going to be late. And
7:30 will be done.
I know 7 o'clock he's coming. I mean, I get started. So who's missing? Madeline Innocent, Paul Fisher.
Miranda.
Yeah. And Miranda.
So you need 5, is that
We
right?
need 6.
That's it.
We have 10 people on the committee now.
Oh, wow. Oh,
So good evening. We apologize for running a little bit late, a little late start, but
Sorry,
you know,
Linda,
it's,
Linda, who did you say is not, 'cause I'm taking minutes. Who did you say is not coming definitely?
Arena is not coming.
Okay.
And Benjamin's going to be a little late. That's all. Oh, we've got our quorum. Thank you,
quorum.
Miranda. Welcome. Oh, hi, Diggy. Madeline's here. This is an abundance of wonderness. Okay.
All right, I'm
Hi,
gonna leave
guys.
then.
Okay, so we can start.
all right.
Okay.
So
So
we
we're
have,
starting at 7:01,
yes,
6:31. 6:31.
So we have a meet from 2701 Broadway. Take it away.
Showtime. Amit Sathya.
Yeah, you can hear me well?
We
Yes.
can.
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
We are fine. How are you?
We are doing good. Just setting up the things.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, are you the owner?
Yeah, I'm the owner of the
you're the
restaurant
owner?
right now.
Okay, good.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
So tell us about it, when are you opening?
The opening happened on September 1st,
Mhm.
Great.
and we just started. We kind of start setting up the things. little bit new chefs, and so yeah, we're just setting up the things and I kind of picked it up from Honor, figured out there was a liquor license there. So that's how I kind of reached out to a company who can kind of help from a representation standpoint, and they do all the paperwork for me.
So I see that you guys are opening until 12 to 3
So-
p.m. and 5 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
That's correct, sir.
And that's Tuesday through Sunday.
It's Tuesday, Sunday. We're gonna start Monday as well eventually, but at this
Okay.
point, yeah.
Tuesday through
that's-
Sunday. Okay.
So
What were the hours? 5:30 to when?
10:30.
It's 5 to 10 right now, but eventually it can be 10:30. So just keeping some cushion into it in the schedule. But we usually start wrapping up the things around 10.
so are you doing deliveries
We do deliveries, yes, sir.
on your own or through third party?
Oh, sorry, you're breaking up. What is this?
Through third party or on your own?
On our own.
On
Oh,
your
so
own,
you have-
okay.
Yeah,
So
on our
you
own.
know they're going to have a big sign on them saying the name of, of the restaurant with
Yep.
large lettering, so
Yeah. So initially, for a couple of days, the company itself been coming in. We're still setting up, as it's kind of been a month now. But yeah, I'm aware of the process. Yeah. So they usually have a logo onto it and everything. So it's just all of it been ordered. So thus far, the delivery drivers are delivering the stuff. Uber Eats, Delivery.com, they're sending their own drivers. But eventually, once we're gonna start shifting over to our own drivers, we're gonna kind of set up everything for them.
Okay, so to reiterate, you currently are using a third-party delivery service, Delivery.com.
So we have all the providers basically on the restaurant.
Oh, so
We have
you're
Uber.
seamless and, okay.
Yeah, everything is in there. And this restaurant was been here for like 12 years, as you might know. So it's just that the previous owner kind of surrendered the keys, and I kind of pick up the keys from the owner. So there was 1 month kind of a lag in between. So that was the story on the
Okay.
restaurant.
Okay, and were you operating other restaurants previously?
So we've been doing the catering, and one of the manager in the restaurant been there for 40 years, kind of managing his own restaurant. There was another restaurant, Om Namaste, in the east side of the. So he is kind of gonna managing the operations for me. So I have a other consulting role as well, the IT piece as well with me. So the restaurant, I'm going more kind of investor, and manager is in here. His name is Deepen Rawal. He's gonna manage everything up here. And I'm
Okay.
usually coming every day in the evening time to kind of just see how it's going. So
Oh, okay. So when you have your own bikes, when you anticipate having your own bike delivery rather than third party?
it should be, yeah, I think it should gonna be start from next week. So yeah, but I think they're just gonna focus on certain streets, right? Once they're not gonna go everywhere, but it's just gonna be within 2 miles.
So this is specifically bike delivery, not car delivery, correct?
Yeah, it's just a bicycle one. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyone have any questions from the committee?
I just had a quick question. So you said you opened on September 1st, but the restaurant had been there for 12 years and now you're taking over?
That's what I've heard of. But what happened is the previous owner, I know him, or not so personally, but it's just that I just buzz around with him when he was surrendering the keys to the owner.
Okay.
And then when I was interacting with the owner, he kind of introduced me. That's how I know him.
Got it.
So, and I just picked up the keys on September 1st with him. So they had a surrender agreement with the owner. That's what I've heard of. And since they're about to close, I thought of I'll just come in and then kind of start serving them, because the restaurant was always great in the food and the quality of food was pretty good.
Great.
So, yep. So they were open throughout the COVID. So, yep.
Okay. So this is for a full liquor license.
Yeah, that's for full.
And
Yeah, and it's
previously,
more.
was it wine and beer?
No, it was previous also full, I think so.
Okay.
Yep. So it was
Okay.
just the license. Once I kind of come in, the license was there in the restaurant. So I kind of shared that information to the representative that there was a license, and I shared them the number, and also they might have provided to you.
Okay, well, we have
And-
all the information.
Yep. And there is no standing bar. It's just table serving. So we're more focused on the food. It's more a add-on kind of thing.
Mhm. Any questions from the committee? Non-committee members?
So let's call the question. All those in favor?
Call
raise
the
your hand.
question.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here, do you want me to? I'm raising my virtual hand.
Yeah, let me see.
Mine's
hold
pink and everybody else's is yellow. I don't.
on. Okay, so that's 7000. Non-committee members. That's 1000. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, hoping to see you all soon.
You will.
Yeah, it's been a while. Means everybody's so boxed. So thought of coming personally and kind of introducing myself. And it's a great pleasure seeing all of you on the call.
We always support our local restaurants. That's
Yeah,
very
thank you.
important
Thank
to
you.
us.
Yeah, I heard
Thank you.
about it. Thank you.
Thank you, and have a good evening. Thank you.
Yeah,
Welcome to stay, and it's a short
Thank you.
meeting. Okay,
Thank you. So I can log off.
you
You
can
can,
log
yes.
off.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
you all. Hopefully see you soon.
See you soon.
Take care.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so next up, Miriam.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. My name is Rafi. I'm the chef, owner, and operator of Miriam Restaurant in Brooklyn for the last 16 years.
And he likes to do things himself and not let his attorney speak. How are you? My name is Frank Palillo.
This is a very
Hello.
congenial group. You can both speak. You're gonna have to
Good,
give
yeah.
your name again to Andrew.
Frank Palillo.
Okay.
Go ahead, Raf.
So I am the chef, owner, and operator of Miriam Restaurant for the last 16 years. Miriam is my mother's name, and I decided to open
Mine
another
too.
location.
Sorry.
And I decided to open another location in the Upper West Side. We've been in Parksville for 16 years, as I said, and we're very liked in the neighborhood by the community and the neighborhood. We have a nice letter from the community board that I think we sent you guys. We're looking to do an exactly same restaurant as we have in Brooklyn with the same food and everything, and we are asking for liquor license. Our hours of operations are 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Mondays and Tuesdays, and the rest of the days are 9 a.m. to midnight. We serve 7 days brunch in the mornings and dinner in the evenings. And we are a Middle Eastern restaurant.
Okay. Are you going to have music? Are you going to have? I saw your methods just
Recorded music.
recorded. Yeah. So we have your methods of operation.
And delivery, doing takeout,
Do delivery and pickup, but it's all through a third party.
third party, okay.
Okay. Any questions from the committee?
Okay, call the question. All those in favor?
Wait, non-committee member? Okay, one,
Have anyone from the public tonight, right?
no.
Wait,
So,
I had a question.
Go ahead.
okay, that's what I was asking. Barbara.
I raised my hand to ask a question.
Oh,
Not
I thought you were voting.
I thought you thought, okay, put our hands down.
Committee members.
Okay.
My question is this. I live in the building where you're opening, and although I love Middle Eastern food and welcome you being there, I have some concerns. The last place that was there was a bakery. They did not have the infrastructure to have a real oven. They had only an electric oven. I don't know that you've changed that infrastructure. I know that it cannot accommodate a gas stove right now unless you put in the right things. There was also an issue, Doug helped me out with this. I think it's called an attenuator. Is that right?
Precipitator. Precipitator.
Oh, what is it called?
It's
Precipitator.
Okay, so my questions have to do with, we had a major problem with the place before the bakery because the smells that came out of that place emanated through the entire building. Frankly, I'm on the top floor. It wasn't very offensive to me, but I was on the board at the time and it was very offensive to many other people. And when you walked into my lobby, the only thing you smelled were food smells. So if you could please just tell me how you have fixed this and what kind of food oven you're going to have and stuff like that. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you.
First of all, nice to meet you, and I'm sure I'm going to see you a lot, even if not inside the restaurant, around the corner.
Very good.
So what we have, this was a huge issue for us as well, and I even went and cooked there on something very temporary before we signed the lease to see what's the real problem is, and we decided after that to invest about $100,000 in replacing this precipitator. And we also invested in lowering the hood, which collect those, the steams and the smells and all those things to lower it to a legal height, and to install an Ansel system in that hood, which wasn't there before, even though we're still cooking electrically. We're still using electric. As you know, we can't have gas in that location.
Okay.
But we had bought all the equipment which we have in the other restaurant on gas. We just bought it all on electric. And we are in the process now that we got the approved plan by the condo board. We are in the process of doing all those things, but we bought a new precipitator. And I think that actually tomorrow they're taking the old one. And I'll tell you something, the restaurant, the bakery before us never used that. It wasn't working. And the Josie's have never cleaned that. And
I know. It was ancient also.
These things, I did a lot of research on this just because it was so expensive. And these things needs to be cleaned on a 4 times a year. And the filters cost thousands of dollars. But that's the only way to do and maintain this machine, and not to replace it, because it's cost about $60,000 just the actual machine, and the installation and everything else is very expensive. But we are doing all of this because we are, before everything, we are good people and good neighbors. And this you can see the letter we got from the community board in Brooklyn. We've been operating here for 16 years. We never had any complaints. I used to have alarm, and people used to break into the restaurant here in Park Slope, and it used to wake up the neighbors, and I turned off the alarm. And I used to have a light that every time somebody tried to go inside the restaurant in the night when we were not there, it would have like a sensor, and it will light. And one of the neighbors across the street says that it bothers him, so we took that away. So we are a neighborhood place. We're not huge operators, and I'm just a regular guy, and we're trying to make as many people as we can happy. These things are easy for us to fix because there's only money involved. So we are all about the community.
Sound like my wife.
Yeah, a little bit.
That sounds great. I want to be happy. And like I said,
I'm very excited of being in the Upper West Side. I'm not a New Yorker, as you can hear from my accent, but I have a feeling that the Park Slope, the Upper West Side, is just a bigger Park Slope kind of a thing. And I've been living.
We're older, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've been in your restaurant in Park Slope, now that you mention it. Yeah. My daughter lives there.
And I've been in Brooklyn, in Park Slope, for 21 years, living here in the neighborhood, and I love it. And I have a feeling that, from talking to the people on the street, and while we're renovating now and stuff, that it's going to be great. And Everybody's gonna like it. We are not as expensive as other Mediterranean restaurants that are in the neighborhood. We are more affordable. Sorry.
Sounds fantastic.
Sounds wonderful.
We'll be there.
Toda raba.
Thank you very much.
Doug, you want to talk?
I just wanted to validate what Rafi said, that I have independent knowledge prior to the bakery coming in, where my client did some due diligence and determined that Josie's did not clean their precipitator. And I will say that I have very good experience with the newer technology. And if you're putting in a new unit,
Your new unit. Yeah.
some of those new units are just wonderful. They're, and
Yes.
you have to maintain them, but they're really great. And I trust
Yeah.
that you made a good selection. This is out of the purview of granting you a liquor license, but I just, since we're having that discussion, I can validate what you said, that Josie's did not clean their precipitator. That was determined independently.
God, that sounds nasty. Sorry.
It's more nasty than you think. It looks really bad.
When will you open? When do you plan to open, Rafi?
We really want to open by December 1st.
Great.
Yeah,
Wow.
we really want to.
Just in
Yes.
time for Hanukkah.
Yes, we're gonna do latkes and sufganiyot.
And you know, I hope that
Your
you know,
birthday present, Adler.
Yeah, thank you.
as the Beacon Theater, as the shows come back, I hope that it'll be a great source for you, because
I
you know,
hope so.
that'll be
So
that.
they're coming back.
We have been in Park Slope years before the Barclay Center came,
Mhm.
and we were doing fine without it. And I'm not just building; I'm really building on the people of the neighborhood, because it's really a neighborhood place. You will see when we open.
We're a real neighborhood. We're a
We
real
are.
community
We're
here.
a
So
great
you're
neighborhood.
gonna,
Yeah.
you're gonna know everybody. You're gonna know everybody's name here, seriously.
My
So
heart's
that,
full that way.
yeah,
Mhm.
so it's a good thing. And Weight Watchers is in the Beacon, so it's right around the corner. So you'll have everybody
Maybe-
there
maybe
on
I'll-
Sunday,
maybe I'll
Saturday
visit.
mornings. Absolutely. That's a big crowd.
Oh, funny.
It's big.
Yeah, big crowd. I'm big myself.
Okay, any other questions? Should we call the question for real?
Call the vote this time. All those in favor, raise your hand.
Okay.
So that is, okay, that's 606.
Do we need Miranda to?
Miranda, you abstaining or?
Miranda, are you here? You're on mute.
I guess she may have stepped out for a moment. Let's call that for the moment 6000, non-committee members.
That's
Barbara?
me. Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
okay, that's 1000.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to look for you in there, Rafi. I'm going to stop by. and
Please,
say hi
please
for-
do.
Thank you.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Congratulations.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you.
Welcome to the
Congratulations
community.
and much
Right.
love.
Thank you.
looking forward to the opening.
Thank you.
Miranda, are you back? I guess not. Okay. Oh, well.
Okay.
She would vote, I know, but we'll wait till she comes. So that's the big it. So,
Okay, so,
You're welcome.
I think you don't need a quorum as long as you started with a quorum.
no,
we still have a quorum.
we still have a
6
quorum.
votes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great. Okay, good.
So, moving on to new business.
Thank you.
No business. Rafi, you're welcome to stay and listen to us, but you're also welcome to sign off and we'll see you soon.
I'll sign off because my wife is waiting at home with the 2 children and they're gonna be
That's all
upset.
right.
Thank you very much again,
Good
Thank
guys.
you
night.
for coming.
Have a good night,
Thank
folks.
you. And
Bye.
welcome to the neighborhood. Shalom.
Thank you very much, Lito.
Okay, as I was saying, new business. One of the things we wanted to mention was that we're gonna have to start with the next month's meeting. We're gonna have to start checking the postings. So we will be giving out the assignments to go check out the postings again.
Because if you notice, there were 30 pages of postings from Angan, which was,
There were.
yeah, and that was really,
The
was
newspaper
amazing.
is like a hostage thing, though. You know, it's like
And I'm thinking, oh, should we print this out?
Christian, is that because is it an executive order or what's the,
That's because they, the office is actually asking them to post.
okay.
As long as the office is asking them to post, we may as well check, make sure that they're doing that.
Yeah.
A big deal. I don't.
Hey, Miranda, you back with us? I don't know where she lives. I have to look. We need a new directory. So,
Yeah, we certainly do.
yeah, I think I may be the furthest down, well, Josh, no, I may be the furthest downtown for the downtown. You would,
No, we're pretty well covered. We're covered north. We're not covered south.
that's what I just said. I'm the
That's what she
furthest
said,
to the
because
south. I'm the closest to the South District, unless
I can-
Miranda lives in the
I
South
can walk.
District.
I can walk down. It's no big deal.
I know, I've seen you on the phone doing it. I mean, it's like impressive.
Yeah.
You can walk and talk. That's very different from the rest of us, so.
Chewing gum.
Yep, wait, just somebody came in. Is that Benjamin Wu?
I don't know, that's somebody on a phone, last digits 483, you're allowed to talk now, you have to, I think, press 6 to unmute. Would you like to talk?
Oh, Miranda, you're back. Quick question. Did you want to vote on the new restaurant?
Special screen.
Yes, I'm so sorry about that. Yes.
No one's,
So-
we made her vote because she
No.
was here.
Yeah,
That was it.
so
In favor?
Do it anymore. It's better for you guys anyway.
So all happy hour pricing.
For
that
the,
was 7000 then.
Okay, great. So
My apologies, I
Miranda,
got a
where
call.
do you live?
I'm on
Streetlight.
90th. Or
Above
actually, I don't really want to say on the live meeting, but yeah.
You don't have to. I mean, we don't have a directory, an updated directory, so that's why I can't look. We're talking about, and you may have missed the conversation, we're talking about, we will be reviewing the postings, and that's one of our jobs, because now that the office is open, we have to review the postings. The issue here is that everybody on our committee, with the exception of moi, lives in the northern part of the district. So I'll be doing all of the southern part. So, except Josh, who is going to take long walks down to like 67th Street.
you got it.
I'm often downtown with.
And I walk him back and forth from my office. I mean, so
You
just
do?
a lot.
I'm big
Except
into the
when I have-
long walks.
Except when I have to,
whatever.
when I have to run home to get to community board meetings.
So,
And I have to take the
I've been
train.
taking the subway. Our offices
What?
are right near each other. So
what street is your office at?
Me?
56th, right?
I'm 55th off 6th.
55th? Okay.
Off second?
Off
Did
6th.
you? 6th, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you moved. I thought you were still at 810 7th.
No.
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 Oh. Because I'm on 50th and Broadway.
Also, just to, as an update, last night at the transportation meeting, and Barbara and Joe were there, they discussed a fact about the bike, the danger of the bike lanes and going through, having the restaurants, having the patrons of the restaurants and the service having to cross the bike lane for the street seating, and they were going to ask the DOT to see if they could figure out how to make it safer.
They're never gonna move it. It's not.
I understand that. But that was one of the resolutions that they had last night.
I spoke to Helen Rosenthal's office. We're going to get DOT at our next meeting, and somebody who evidently knows what's going on, who's willing to meet with us. So we'll have them there for November, and we've got a lot of questions that we have already put together for them, and and one of them has to do with how are we going to make it safer.
I think
Who is the mystery phone person? Who's on the phone? Hello, phone person. Can you identify? Is this Benjamin?
Was it *6 to unmute on the phone?
It's
Yeah.
Josh, it says. Oh, no, you just messaged. Wait,
No, I
sorry.
just said I was here.
Oh, okay.
No, you always have to always write in the chat that you're here, you're present. Who is on the telephone? Unmute yourself or be seen.
They cannot
Can't be seen if they're on the phone.
You have to submit it.
There's FaceTime.
Christian, can't you
Yes.
tell who it is? Because you have to register and put in information.
Well, give me a second.
While you're looking at it, so the two issues that came up at transportation were related but different. One was passing a resolution to asking DOT to study how the roadway seating and the bike lanes can coexist more safely, and that was a contentious. And then the other was a resolution regarding the west side of Columbus Avenue and the new standing side, and as well as Amsterdam Avenue, to suspend the no standing for the duration of the emergency order prior to until the new rules are. So that resolution passed yesterday. I understand that Helen Rosenthal wrote a letter in support of this. I asked Cindy in the chat if she could send that letter so that at least we could see it and we can reference it perhaps and just be aware of what.
Yeah. And I had the pleasure of taking the minutes last night.
Oh,
That was fun.
I've already submitted them, I want you to know.
Good.
Impressive.
Wow.
Yeah, very impressive, right? I had
That
to get
is
it off
impressive.
my plate. It was too much. Yeah.
Did you put a lot of exclamation points in when people were yelling?
Oh, man.
What was the other, the
All
other
caps.
activity? So I
No,
was like,
but
the
you
other
know, the political inserts that go into these resolutions when they write them really drives me up the walls. You know, instead of simply saying what it's all about, they have to put in these other things. But in the end, I think we got our way. I mean, the two resolutions that I wrote from the chat I think they were pretty good, and there was pretty much agreement for them.
We look forward to seeing them next month.
Oh,
Can I just confirm that, so there's two resolutions that were passed, one to support open restaurants on the west side of Columbus Avenue and Amsterdam Avenue, and another to study the coexistence of bike lanes and open restaurants?
Right, basically.
Yeah, it's right. Suspending the no standing, right.
On the
rush hour, 3
Okay,
hour.
I don't know if I need to go into,
Yeah, I mean, we can send you the resolution. You're going to see them because you have to vote.
I'm just doing the minutes. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So just to recap, we're going to be reviewing the postings of the next group of applications, SLA applications, and we're really, and this is it. I thought Benjamin was going to join us at 7, but
Could someone explain the postings, please?
if you look, Miranda, if you look at the submission, you know, the application for
For Miriam? Yeah, I saw the, yeah, I
you
saw
saw
that.
the postings. Okay, so they are required, restaurants are required to, here we go.
Right, yeah, I
Restaurants,
saw this. I just didn't know what we have to do about it. I know the
we just
restaurant has
have
to.
to,
Just
we have to,
verify this.
Okay,
we have
that was my question.
we have to verify that we've seen them. They should at least be on either corner
4 corners.
of the restaurant. So if the restaurant is between 100, in this case, between 103rd and 104th Streets, should be on both corners. It should be in the front of the restaurant. The whole idea is that the public should be apprised of the application, and then that gives them a choice to come to a community board meeting to speak about whether they want the restaurant, they have, you know, or talk about, you know, talk to the restaurateurs, you know, talk to the owners and operators and say, this is, you know, this just like you heard tonight, the previous owner to Miriam, for example, was a difficult owner because they didn't clean their precipitator.
But I want to be fair.
yeah, I think it's just clear that, so what, just to be, I think it's clear, but in case, just take a step back. So, yeah, so the restaurants are required to put up these public postings. We as a committee each month assign different members to go look at different restaurant postings to ensure that they're posted in the proper places. And then at each meeting, we confirm and say, Miranda, did you check ABC
And
restaurant?
it's supposed to be a week in advance? That's what it looked like with it had the New York Times from the week before. So is that what it was?
Sausage paper.
It's at least a week in advance. They have to actually, by law, by law, it's 10 days in advance of the meeting.
Okay.
10 days in advance of the meeting, they're supposed to post. Sometimes because of the way the SLA works, sometimes because we used to have DCA, now we don't, but so, or DOT, we're going to be working with them. We're going to have to be a little more flexible because nothing is written in stone right now, where everybody's this is a brave new world. But by the same token, if we check a week before, that should be, that should, it just so that the public has an opportunity to see what's going to be opening in their neighborhood. I mean, in their immediate area, especially. And you'll find sometimes it is contentious, but most often not.
And Miranda, the reason why we're bringing it up now is that during COVID, it was suspended because people were not expected to be posting and going out. So now we're resuming that process.
Cool.
As
No,
of
this is
next
helpful.
month. Yeah. So, are your hands are up? Is it a high five or would you?
Nah, I'm taking it down. Forget it.
I just had something that, I got an update that it looks like it's coming, the cannabis review. Governor Hochul appointed the board. And so I'm hearing that the rules are going to be given out by end of calendar year this year, 2021. So commerce probably starting early 2023. So, I believe that we're going to be tasked with reviewing the dispensary licenses. So I think I'll bring this up at steering and we want to prepare for it because I do think it's going to be another thing that we're going to need to do.
We just saw, it's very interesting. Cranes has an article this week that LIM is teaching. Hey, Benjamin, I'm sorry you missed all the fun. But anyway, Cranes wrote an article. LIM is actually, which is a fashion business college. They're actually offering a course in cannabis business.
I'd like to say that because of the progressive nature of this board, I'm sure this will all go over very well.
I guess it depends on the exhaust fans, Barbara.
Yeah, anything to get skunk weed off the street. Anything to get the skunk weed off the street.
That's the business plan. You have a smoke shop downstairs with the exhaust going to people upstairs, and then the bakery right next door. And it's a circle.
It does.
I think that we're going to need to verify quality, so we're going to need samples.
They're not allowed to
might be
smoke
right about
on premises. There is no smoking on premises and consuming on premises.
No, there will be. There's going to be specific smoke shop permits.
Are there? Because my understanding is there are 3 licenses. I didn't know there was a variation of.
You mean like
consumption? Yeah, on-premise consumption.
So like on 6th Avenue and between 55th and 56th for years, there was a smoke shop where they could smoke, cigars on premise. And then there was that club on
Macanudo.
Macanudo. Yeah, Macanudo. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
right
just
there.
say term limits will help the people who have these smoke shops.
Yeah.
What about the place opening on Amsterdam at 70th?
So
First.
I have a pet peeve with that place.
What is this?
Not open,
Can you
right?
enlighten us?
Yeah. So there is a cannabis. Well, it's not. It's there. They don't have a license. They haven't applied for it. It's very misleading, and I don't have any horse in this. I'm not representing any cannabis dispensers. I know a lot of them, but the reality is that they're misleading the public. They don't have a license, and they're not selling anything. They can't sell anything, and it's a ruse. And I know some legitimate cannabis people in the business that are very upset with them because it's false advertising.
They're not open though, right? They're closed. They haven't opened yet.
They haven't opened yet, and
Oh,
they.
that's- oh.
But I would imagine like there are 2. I'm on Amsterdam, in the 80s, and there are 2 smoke shops across the street from where I live, and both of them have bongs, and they have all sorts of paraphernalia, as my parents used to call it, paraphernalia for smoking cannabis or ingesting it, and however, that's in anticipation of the law being passed, and they're being able to get licenses to sell
I don't think
cannabis.
we're
Not anticipation. That's of current. Come on.
They're
Anticipation.
trying to catch up.
Yeah, please.
Those guys are selling, the bongs, and what my understanding, and it's funny how I'm speaking like I'm very,
No judgment, no judgment.
no, I'm sort of agnostic about it. I'm just, no, but my company, where there's a lot of discussion in our industry about it from landlord's point of view and tenant point of view. And I'll tell you that the cannabis dispensaries that are planning do not look anything like those crappy stores. And I'll say that publicly, crappy.
No, they're going to be much more sophisticated.
They are. If you've
It's
ever
the wrong
been
word. Yeah.
out of state, there's a lot of money and they're built very well. There's a lot of
Yeah.
security because there's a lot of money, and
I've heard
the average
this.
customer pays quite a bit of money per customer. So they're going to look more like Apple stores than they are, these kind of crappy head
Oh,
shops.
wow. Really?
100%. Mhm.
That's lovely. Okay. So more of a Macanudo vibe than,
More-
Amsterdam hashish.
More modern.
Yeah, modern is a good word.
Yeah, modern and,
More contemporary.
yes, that's the,
Okay, so let's see if there's no new and anything new forthcoming. We may
That's
wanna
not
start-
new.
Mhm.
Okay. So wait, we lost Benjamin again.
We lost Benjamin again, yes. Oh, well,
I think he ran away. Hey, Benjamin? Okay, guys.
I'll try
He
calling
almost
him
lost-
later. to
Hi,
talk about
Madeline.
to catch him up. Okay, so we'll guys see you next time then. Thank you for coming.
Good night.
Okay, so we vote oh, I'm here. No, Benjamin, we're all leaving.
Mhm.
Bye.
Benjamin, did you want to say something or ask anything? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Okay, I'm all set.
I'm all set. Okay, good to
Okay.
see you.
Okay,
Alright.
And
bye.
and goodbye, public member, and